I feel like I'm just running along the map at the moment doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
So
Yeah, it's
this
one of
is
the
a
things
fun
that
map.
happens when everyone in the team is competent like that. On
Yeah.
a difficulty that's too low for the team in general. Everyone
Yeah.
kind of feels like they're not doing much because
Okay, I just checked distance.
they're all competing.
I killed the one to the right and I killed the one to the left, but there was a third one.
Yeah, that was the one. It was on the right, so I was like, "Oh, I can walk here. It's about to die," and
Yeah,
it hit me,
it was
and I was like,
the,
"What?"
the other one I shot at. I didn't
Yeah,
notice that one.
yeah. Okay, before we start,
Before we start, I must equip the proper
put your
hat.
lich bone.
I've got the lunch bone.
Yeah, you've got to get the
I
pirate.
have the proper hat for the job now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So after 9 hours of playing the entirety of Vermintide,
So
Here we are.
here
I
we
actually
are.
soloed this map right before I joined the other guys.
Yeah.
Without disablers, but because fuck assassins.
Yeah.
And it is
So
a horrible map for ogres.
yeah.
Is the
So
first thing
thoughts
I'd
on
like
this
to
map,
say. I like the
aside
map.
from the boat event.
I think I just escaped the map there in like 2 seconds.
You can go. There's a lot of ways to go swimming. You should do it as you'll hit a
Yeah.
death wall sooner or later.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff on the
Ah,
ground.
like
So when
so.
if you get an ogre, it's kind of a bother to dodge backwards and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Assassins.
there's no
There's
map
like
escape there.
special
a
spawns
couple
up.
of patrols, an ogre
Yeah.
boss spawns on the way. Like you can skip the first patrol quite easily.
Yeah.
The boat
And
section is fun, but the way we'll do it is Grim's
l-
already done a video on that, so we'll just business as usual it.
And in general, the special spawns are obnoxious as they're hidden by the trees, and there's just that
Yeah.
assassins insta-pounce from everywhere, it feels like.
There's the keys.
There's the
for first
keys
tome.
for anyone wondering. Yeah, first time.
Another century and we might make a marksman of you. That stench. Storm vermin. A worthy strike.
Ah,
Flail soul.
friggin' locked on the wrong one. Time to get good.
Wrecked.
And this log we just passed messes up the ogre pathing very much. So if you have to kill an ogre and a horde, you can jump back and forth and mess them up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a lock on that, but every time Grim's waving his falchion in in the way, trying to get closer.
They're here, cheeky
In here.
spawn in the barrel. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's about here, a bit further that the first boss trigger is. You can get the ogre.
Yeah, we probably want to clear the horde first before we
Yeah.
go through that.
Yep. There's a gun rat.
It can also trigger a bit further in the rear wall ahead. The crossing.
Did we kill the gunner?
Yeah. Huh?
No, I think it's got to die.
Me
It
neither.
must have killed itself then. Right here, if there's a patrol, you can avoid it by going to the right.
To the right, which is usually safer
Yeah.
anyway. Another place to hide for the patrol is just over here on the other side.
Yeah.
They won't notice you.
This is the tome. This is what you need the keys for.
If you run too fast, you can also get very close to face patrol by patrol.
And there's the tome.
I'll kill
The
him.
Holy Bible of Sigmar
Here we go.
And there's the
calls
ogre
ogres
trigger.
to us.
Well, I should have aggro, maybe.
Minute.
One monster to kill another one eye. Come, black rat, taste steel.
Oh, there's a hook rat behind.
I can aim. Distance should probably get the second Grim so I can show off where it is.
Oh, cheers. Cheers, mate.
I mean, I can get it too, but I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't like getting it from below though. So
Yeah.
if you want to show that particular thing off, it's. I found it easier to get it from above so you can kite these storms around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just go around and get it from over. It's like
Yeah.
you can actually do it through solo, regardless of what I said in the video. It's like it's even
Yeah.
easier. You just throw the last barrel as you walk into their ship. It'll never explode with you in. So
Yeah.
Another of these black birds comes to challenge me. Have your uses, Saltfire.
I'll get the rest
God
of them.
damn it. It'd be great if I could aim.
Good thing you don't have
Kills a
to.
Zungi.
You want the... Oh, we got all the bombs.
Poison rat. Fire burns gas.
double healing over here.
My FPS just took a bit of a dump.
Yep. Also of note over here is supplies at jump up, and that stuff up there is hard to shoot through, but the assassins can climb it and insta-punch you.
Yep.
So this spot is actually not good if there's assassins about.
Right. And
Because
going
that-
up there, we'll pull the patrol
Patrol.
that's coming.
I suppose the side is probably gonna avoid it.
Yeah.
They haven't gone far.
Oh, we have strength. We've killed an ogre. We can take it if you want. If you're feeling fruity.
Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. End on a high note.
Luck is nothing to be afraid of.
I got one. It's quite pleased with that.
A good kill. Guess I need to be faster.
No, no one needs to use rapier and bracer pistols. Maybe rapier, but
Behind
bracer
us.
pistols, no. No one's allowed to use bracer pistols.
Yeah, but you gotta
Behind.
admit, you look cool on the boat.
Bang,
Bang,
Oh,
bang,
yo.
bang,
Bang.
pistols.
Yeah, but you can't hear a fucking thing, and your ears will be bleeding.
So will you after you aggro all of the storms.
Yeah.
The rapier. Also, if the patrol spawns, this slope will hide you from them.
Yep.
And even if they look like they're going into the cave,
Specials
they'll
are over here somewhere.
not.
Filthy gadgets. Another of these black birds comes to challenge me.
Yeah, here most people will already have figured out the shortcuts to do this. What most people don't figure out is that you can still just get back to it from below without having to go back around.
You can get a face
And
patrol
fa-
here too.
Yeah, you can get face
Yep.
ambience as well.
Yep. It doesn't even if you climb the higher route, the ambience won't spawn until after you drop down anyway. So
Let's do the normal route now, for when they patch it next time.
yeah,
I don't
let's
think
show
they'll
off
patch
the,
it, but yes, if you just jump in this and then dodge, then you can just do that.
Yep. I literally just do a dodge jump into it with my back to the wall. Job done.
You don't want to do the
Mhm.
normal route?
No, no one's
I'm
going to
pretty
do
sure
it.
it.
Pubs
That,
now,
that
it-
one looks
no
very
skip.
intentional, honestly, of a skip.
Yeah.
Around here, I can smell it.
'Cause to
maybe
be
not the
honest,
one from
if-
below.
Yeah, if there was stuff in the caves to get, I would understand it a bit more. Just literally explore the
The ammo
map on
box
your first
outside is
playthrough.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed.
Yep, not guaranteed.
Yep.
Loot rat.
Right.
Oh, you've already hit.
There's also a ogre trigger here. Like at the end of this as you drop.
You got it!
I almost exploded.
I helped with my 20 damage bomb snipe.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
feel like the left.
Before the only thing we get is a replacement bomb.
So left side is generally safer as it's hard to kill these gunners and what's it called from the other side.
Yeah, that's the few water replacement bomb. 2 dies and 2 bombs.
And also
So
it's you won't see the assassin jump you from the other side.
Yeah.
Like they just pounce from the
No.
wall up here if
That's
you're
the
unlucky.
first one. Yeah. Don't break the others until we get them on
Okay.
stream.
Oh, what's the bomb distance.
Taking the bomb.
Distance.
What?
Nah, never mind. We'll get a bomb in the house probably.
Oh wait, I completely forgot
But
about
this
that.
one's an improved bomb. GG.
Also gunners from the opposite side in the fog is
Yeah.
horrible. The patrol usually spawns up here, and there's also the ogre.
Yeah.
You can get an ogre or a patrol trigger though.
Yeah.
Like this.
And when you get up here, the fog disappears, so you can go back down afterwards without losing vision again. Another thing to note is that you can't ping stuff inside the fog if it's too far away.
Yeah.
A bit like the darkness in dungeons. Gas rats also have like smoke coming out of their back, so you can more easily spot them
Yeah.
from a far distance, even in the fog.
There's that one. And wait, don't break
Wait,
that
wait,
one
wait.
yet. Don't break it yet. If you go in here before you've broken them, and you stand on this, look down, you can search, and it will reveal the door.
Don't look so frightened, Lumberfoots. It's only a few rounds.
So you can reveal the door first.
Then you can also strike the rune from this corner through here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this.
And that's the last one. And that'll open the Grim location.
Try to spite.
Which brings you down to a nice little Nurgle altar. And a chained up peasant.
I'll get that one.
Ha! Praise the comet! Ammunition!
Right, the last home is under the bed.
Draw the gunner's fire. Some Lumberfoots brew.
You crouch down
For
to get it.
desperate times only.
Praise Sigmar, the rattling dead!
The rats teleport up here, so it's
Medical supplies.
Right. So you have an extra healing draft down here.
For the order!
Stormvermin.
One less stinking gas rat!
That's weird. That sounded like it was outside.
it was outside.
I could have
If it's the
killed
gas
him
rat you talk about.
Yeah.
Let the black rat come. I've an arrow for him.
More black rats! Don't be fooled. They're still about.
Sometimes the rats can spawn it in the ocean and sneak up behind you. So
Reckon that barge will stay afloat? Ammunition!
got to kill all the
Just
rats on
top
the boat.
off.
It is possible
Since,
to activate the ship while someone is
Did you guys see
quite
that?
aboard.
I saw it.
And
Yeah,
then-
teleporter.
Yeah, it causes somewhat random results. Sometimes you'll
Am
teleport
I-
on board, and then
Oh, I can't believe it.
Wow.
Gas
Yeah.
got me.
the
I'm not
rats.
bad.
That's the first time I actually see a gas nail someone on the ship.
It got me.
It's all,
Yeah. You're the captain. You should be taking the wheel, Salty.
It's more competent than you.
So basically, the strategy. The thing is, Fat Shark has used Spawn That's Raw for a bunch of pretty much all the storm women of the event. Which Spawn That's Raw is something that causes things to be spawned with no aggro table. So as long as you don't aggro them in any way, they don't come at you. And since they've made their spawns for the ship be heavily tied to the amount of storm women alive, then by leaving those storm women alive, the amount of spawns you get are drastically reduced. Some people have considered this strategy, like to exploit the fact that you can not aggro storm vermins, to be a bit of an exploit. But honestly, I think considering patch chart shows a spawn pattern that does not cause aggro when they could have easily done otherwise, it's fair game. So yeah, to not aggro the storm vermins, the instructions are to stay on the front end of the ship as much as possible and to not fire your ranged weapons. There are ranged weapons that you could potentially get away with firing without aggroing the storm vermins, but to be safe, the best bet is usually not to fire them. There's usually no requirement to, since you're only fighting slaves and clans.
Yeah.
And the chains are not much of a race because of the delayed spawns of the fact, because of the fact that you're not getting the storm vermins. Like, the spawns will not keep on flooding even if you don't destroy the chains very quickly.
Yep.
Also, do not stand close to the entrance to the ship, to the other ships, as you can drop out of bounds by accident.
If you think you can stand here and push them off while it'll work, you'll pull the storm vermin because they'll see you.
And there's also some random out of bounds there that gets you out of the ship and you'll end up just dying.
Yeah.
And also at the bow of the ship here, if you stand too many people on top of this thing, you can get pushed out of bounds too.
Yeah.
Yes, again, the rest of the priority, you can just let your swords cleave the chain without actually focusing on them.
That's why we'll stand here to kill the rats and just push forward slowly. It sounded like we managed to aggro one storm vermin there.
I think he was just
Now
practicing.
on this,
Everything that's on the enemy ship still will die when that ship is disconnected from you.
yeah. Now on this one, we're gonna use strength to burst the chains down quickly, because we're gonna get spawns from the back
Behind.
inside as well.
It's not that heavily necessary, as I've shown by true soloing in my video,
Yeah.
but it does make it easier a little bit.
Don't be greedy with all the kills, Sergeant. Keeping count, Red Watcher.
And yes, as I've shown in my video, the way to not aggro storm vermins while putting a battle in is to throw them slightly to the left here, like this.
Yep.
And also someone should watch the back spawn.
And yeah, to do the grimoire, you want to
Right. Wait.
go at it while you.
Don't throw it yet. Don't throw it yet. I've got to give this to the elf.
Then those front spawns are the only thing that keeps front spawning as long as you don't disturb the storm vermins. So go
Okay.
for whenever. Got it.
Yeah, that storm there. I'm just ignoring him. Grab the grim.
You can dodge to underneath there and then go
Let
down.
the black rat come.
You can just
Push
like
past.
do a big jump over,
Yep.
and they
Nice
just
and
all
simple.
die by ship explosion.
I'm done.
Best not be alone, nor talk to myself.
I think I just saw Barnet teleport on my screen. That looked weird. It just slipped ahead and then back again.
Also, as this event obviously disables specials, when specials are re-enabled once more, they will, if being held up for long enough, immediately spawn the maximum amount of 3. By standing next to the railing here, you can avoid assassination, although you come at risk of getting gassed at the same time, so you gotta judge your location based on those. Usually though, assassination is not the biggest concern if you've got a team with you. Assassination is only the biggest concern if you're the sole survivor of the ship, something like that.
Yep.
I put a lot of concern over assassination when honestly in a team setting it is not that
Doesn't
much of
matter
an
so
issue.
much.
I'm
Especially when
if you stand over there on the near the steering wheel of the ship, the assassin can jump you from the spawn point. So don't stand there unless you want to get assassinated.
particularly of interest when you're the last man standing on Onslaught.
Yeah, don't be up there.
It's horrible.
So yeah, after the
Okay.
specials and pacing gets enabled when you get off the ship, but it gets immediately re-disabled once you drop down here, which means
Some
that
of-
from this point on, there are no more specials and there are no more hordes.
But
The only
places of
things that
special
will
can
spawn are the ambients, and then once we set fire to the ship, the escaping ship will come and crash in here.
also, I think
And
it's
there's the
about here
conflict.
that specials can spawn before you disable them. We once had a gunner stand in that water.
Well, I
shooting
mean,
us.
yeah, you can still have specials that were already spawned before you drop down.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's mostly the specific spawn is this place you actually can't reach with your melee weapon. So it's
A note and a body.
you have to interact with this stuff to
Can't
burn it.
imagine Lunar employing
Obviously,
such a
for the most
design.
part, if you want, you can wait for the ship. It only spawns one wave of enemies, the Skaven
No
ship, but
dawdling,
of course you can just run through. It's not a long run at all.
Yeah.
But be mindful of the spawns. Go in as a group. Things will block your way if you're not careful. Probably strength up here, then bomb with the trinket.
Start that.
Speed obviously does it as well.
Yeah, speed you can just run through.
Whereas like even without any items, pushing through is probably doable
Pretty easy.
if you don't mess it up.
Yeah. So there you go. 9 hours 20 minutes to play the entire game in order. One wipe on trials. I think we did quite well, considering we're taking our time discussing all the maps.
And the exhaustion setting in at the end, I think.
I'm so hungry now.
Same, I'm starving.
I've been up for 24 hours.
Do you fancy some onslaught now?
Sure.
Yeah, some Onslaught mutation. Just spice things up a bit.
I got a red wizard hat. Nice.
Ah. At least someone got...
You got
Something
one
decent.
red too.
Yeah, I've got one red on this run. So play through the entire game, full book. Well, almost full book, thanks, Grim. And... okay, back to the info.